What's good with y'all boys? Welcome back to another Draw With Me video. We're back to my Draw With Me series. Today we got blue and red going on. Oh shit, this is the wrong thing. This is my sketchbook. I'm not gonna be drawing on this. Not in this video. Shit, I wasn't even ready for it, but so today, we're inside, we're at the desk, and essentially what we do is, I'll show you right now. Is we draw on these little sticker pages, taking out this stack, and that's what's left. Plus these two. These two are in the stack, we're taking them out. Pretty late right now, but I thought I'd do this. Go to bed and then wake up and do it again. Now today, I don't really have like a specific topic of discussion. I just wanted to get up and draw. I felt like I should, rather than continue laying down. I felt like well, you know, people could be disappointing at times, including myself, you know. I know I don't hold up to the expectations I give a lot, but, you know, why bother somebody when you can't even hold up to what you're saying, you know? Like, you don't know how bad they might have needed that. And I feel like I got a homie that hits me up a lot. You know, he's down to chill, but he's not. He don't. Like, it's, like, I don't know. Like I said, like, to kind of think and hope for the best. It's always a good thing. But I tend to forget that. Kind of hoping the best from the worst. You know, the kind of person that, like, isn't really good at, you know, being honest at times. Like, bro, it's been a pretty long week. And a new one's just gonna start. It's, you know, new things on your mind. You know, new things to work towards. I think no matter how much like thought and effort I try to give it, like my mind just kept going blank. Like, what should what should the specific talk, discussion be about? I don't know, bro. Like, I've been struggling recently with even being, just doing this again, or doing this still. Like, there's so many other things I've been trying to figure out on my own instead of just, instead of just kind of letting things be and just do this. I feel like this could be, productive. I know right now in this moment it ain't shit. This ain't shit right now, bruh. I'm not saying it's gonna be like that forever. But I also recognize that maybe I'm holding too much of an expectation for myself right now. I'm constantly disappointing. The cool thing about being inside on the desk though is that I don't have to hold the second sheet underneath, and don't have to worry about making small markings on the ends. I won't even lie, the biggest thing on my mind right now is, and I know it's stripping me of my enjoyment right now, but I'm alright with that, because drawing is drawing, it's always going to be fun, but doing this, like, that's what's not feeling fun right now. Anyways, just finishing this shit real quick. And then, kind of excited about waking up to record tomorrow, do that. And, be in my natural environment, I'm gonna go back outside tomorrow and just record out there. I always feel like it's kind of awkward to be inside and record, or, everyone's asleep. Kind of work past that, I guess. I don't know, everybody has their own struggles. Maybe mine are just a lot more simpler. The biggest thing recently on my mind is, you want something, you gotta work for it. It's been pretty nice to think about that, because it's as simple as it is. It's real, Pretty broad advice, but you can't be blessed with something you just didn't earn. For some reason you are. You have it, you got it. You didn't work for it. Probably won't appreciate it as much. One thing I like to think about a lot recently is, given a certain amount of money, it ain't even gotta be a lot. It'd be like, say, like $200, right? Because I feel like the same shit you could do with $200, you could do with, $1 million. So I won't even go there. Let's say you got like $200 just given to you right now, right? What would you do? Like, let's say like you have more money, like given $1 million. Let's say someone's like, let's say you got $1 million right now. What would you do? You say some, dumb shit like, oh, I'd go buy this, I'd go buy that, like a house or some shit, or a car, some dumb shit you don't need or whatever. Like, but you think about it simpler, like, what would you do if you only got $200? You do that same shit probably like a few hundred more times, right? The simpler things. So I think, $200 is good enough, but I think it varies, I'd probably just get something to eat, or like a little, like a hotel to have a bed, is like a bed to sleep on, for the night, or like my own room, or like shit like that. Simple things, just something to eat, or buy a full tank of gas without having to worry about it, Simple things. Maybe something that wouldn't be gone in such a fast moment. A hotel would probably be like a night, or it's usually like a night. Something to eat that's gone in like minutes, and then fucking you're hungry in like the next 2 hours, some shit like that. It don't even matter. Um, Probably buy some, some bedding for Fat Boy. Take care of the rabbit. Honestly, I really don't even know anything else. I can't even think of anything else I would do. And with $200, it takes care of all those things. Now ranking them for most, like, something I do first to last. What I do first to last? It'd go to tank of gas, and then I'd take that tank of gas to Walmart. And then, shit, honestly, actually, while I'm even there, you get the groceries too. And then the last one, fourth one would be like a hotel or some shit. Cause it's not necessarily like something like damn bro, like I'm like urging for whatever, some shit. It's just more luxury of my few luxury things, I guess, that money could buy or helps out with. I think when something bothers you so much, you just gotta really learn to like leave it be, you know. And sometimes it's a lot harder to do that than other times. So you really gotta shake your presence from that, you know. Not everybody like deserves your time just because they don't appreciate it. And it happens, you know. You gotta show up for yourself, you know. Because you notice how when I answer what I would do with $200, I never said anything about including like any like real life friends or family. That was all like personal shit damn near. There was one, yeah, to help out, and that was, you know, but there was more things that were more personal that I would have spent that money on. And imagine like with, you know, somebody else that, you know, that's bothering you so much, you know, wondering why they ain't showing up or they ain't there with you right now. You know, you ask them, what would you do with $200? Ain't nobody gonna say, oh, I'd take you out. Nah, fuck you. Or I'd go get us some food or some stupid shit. Man, don't nobody give a fuck about you, bro. You know? Fuck, bro. Probably don't even nobody even like your ass, bro. You gotta do that shit on your own, bro. Feel me? And more money to the equation only makes it worse. bro. You ran through $1 million and it's imaginary. You ain't probably never gonna see no $1 million, but you said you would have bought 3 Hellcats and a fucking mansion. Well, now you're in debt because that shit is way too expensive. That's over the budget. And, you know, you barely even gave some to yourself. But not to the people, like, or to the people that, you know, care about you more than you care about yourself. Because, you know, like it's said, like, go talk to somebody or get a new perspective. It's because, like people probably, like, care about you more than you even care about yourself, bruh. That's why it's important to, like, because it's so easy, bruh, to get distracted, especially nowadays, bruh. Everybody knows that shit. But to get distracted and, like, really lose yourself, bruh. Like, you start feeling bad for yourself, or you start getting all sad and shit. That's normal things, like, it happens, but, like, you probably don't even realize it, or you stop caring about it, because you're around yourself all the time, right? And then, you know, you talk to somebody that does care about you, or that should give some effort, and they make it clear about how much of an issue that you're being to yourself, like, damn near a danger to yourself, I guess. So, like, before I woke up and, you know, did my night routine and all that shit, I passed out on the couch, bruh, and you know, like, I don't know, I guess I just must have been really fucking tired, bruh. Like my mom was like, you going to bed, or you want me to turn off this light? And then, like, you know, she did. I don't know, I mean, there's no point in that. I was just thinking about it right now, like you ever have those moments where it's like you're so tired and then small things happen while you're dozing off, you don't even remember it, or like you remember it but it don't seem like it really happened, some shit. I'm not gonna lie, this one I feel like I could add more, but I don't even know, bro. Like, what else is there to add? I don't know, bro. Like, a hard time with these things sometimes. At least, like, before go to bed, like, or lay down, go to bed. I'll, you know, put this video up as fast as I can, because that sometimes does be taking a minute. I know, like, rejection, like, is probably, like, one of the worst things to experience, right? Because it only, like, it was only, like, because in your mind it's, like, so played out, like, this is how it's gonna go, this is how it's gonna work out, whatever, right? But, like, maybe it's just, like, God's way of saying, like saving you, you know? You can't have you be doing that, or have you around them, or, you know, fucking around. There's better things you could be doing, you should be doing. You know, save your energy, put it to something better. That's the way I see it right now. Like, it's hard to remember that when you're so caught up in your emotions and you're not thinking. I think pretty bad with, like, giving myself an expectation and kind of following up on it. But when I wake up in the morning, do my morning routine, you know, brush my teeth, wash my face, and get some water. And one of the first things I want to do is, you know, take the animals outside and record another video, you know. Shit, I could even see myself doing 2 videos tomorrow. I don't know, I haven't done that yet. I've always just wanted to just keep it doing, like, just one at a minimum. But even today I was like, you know what, I should have done one earlier, and I didn't. It was so much perfect opportunity, but I was kind of waiting on somebody. I wanted a way. I thought it would have been better, but it just didn't work out that way. had this one friend when I was 17, like 18, and we'd hang out a lot when we were still in school, and he would come over a lot. I don't think I've ever been to his house, but he would invite some of the homies over. I just never went over. I never had the opportunity to go over. And yeah, he was cool, you know. I guess I was just thinking about him right now, because we got along well. But when, you know, when people grow up, when two people grow up, the red's done. They, you know, just tend to grow up, you know, and then, you know, it's natural to drift apart from the homies and people that, you know, you cared about or you once knew, you know, they become strangers again. And it can be like depressing, it can be pretty cool, you know, it's pretty nice, because no matter how much someone is like bothering you or bullying you, like let's say like they're in your circle, you just like kind of like silently depart. Like they probably wouldn't even notice at first. They probably wouldn't. And you know, just time ages everybody, everything, and depending on the person and what they're doing, it'll either be good or bad. Like I think about a lot about my old friends a lot, especially in moments of like very lonely silentness. And there'll be times I'll reach out, and sometimes they don't seem like, you know, they don't seem like a lot of them like kind of care, you know, or like want to talk is what I mean. Like what I'm trying to say is like they don't care to like talk or entertain the conversation. That's alright, you know. I'm not like saying like I'm not saying this in like nothing personal, but maybe that's just how it is, you know. Like they have so much draining them throughout the day, like, you know, they didn't give an expectation to want to talk or hang out or whatever. to have someone like kind of from their past too, reach out and see how everything's going. Like, that's too much thinking. That's too much thinking. I just want to be left alone right now. I gotta recharge, I understand. Just, take your time. The thing that sucks about these pens going out now is I'm left to 2 colors, but green has been giving some issues. That's why I haven't been using that shit. I don't know if it's like lighter pigmentation of color, or I just accidentally swiped my finger on it one time, but it like kind of goes out. Like, it still works, and it works pretty good sometimes, better than other times, but it's not like consistent like when I first got it. So yeah, I gotta deal with that. And then yeah, I gotta buy some more. I remember the homie was fucking around. I was on a FaceTime call with the homie. He's fucking around in the back of his store. He's working. He's talking about what you need, bro, what you need. I got these P5s. I'm like, man, fuck those P5s. I need, I don't need, man. I would rather, I don't use PlayStation. And then I was thinking about it today. I was like, shit, bro, like, I don't need any of that shit, to be honest. It's just luxury items, right? I don't, I don't need it. My console runs fine. And kind of slowed down playing recently. I need some, some working bands right here, boy. That's what I want. That's what I need right there. I bought a pack of like 5 pens a few weeks ago, and this brand is hella good, bruh. I like this brand. I'm gonna buy it again. And man, it was like $6 or $7 for like 5 of them. Like, that's kind of a lot of money, bruh. But I gave the purple or magenta to my mom because we were talking about pens. And when I said, alright, I'm gonna go to Target real quick, she's like, if you can, give me one, give me the purple ones. I was like, alright. So when I found these, I was a little hesitant because they didn't look like the one that I originally found. Because I had originally found just a random pen in the house, and it was this brand, and I was like, man, this is a hella good pen. So I looked it up. I was like, oh, they sell them at Target. I'm gonna go to Target. And then she's looking them up. She's like, yeah, she's seen something. She noticed like they sell like, and I think it was like Oral-B brand. Oral-B's pretty good, but they're not like meant for. They can't be used like this. I tried them. They just kind of went out pretty quick. Not even used up all the way. They just went and dried up. That sucked. But she seen like a pack of pens that was just all like different shades of purple, light purple and like darker magenta. She's like, if you see those, give me those. I was like, alright. And well, when you kind of go, you know, your pockets aren't that deep, right? You notice prices. You're on a budget. That's cool. I didn't tell her that. I was like, yeah, I didn't tell her that when I went there. I got home and I was like, oh, look at what they got. And I gave her what, you know, what she seen. And she, you know, she loved them. That's cool, because she likes to write. So I'm kind of hoping that's what she was using them for. It don't gotta, you know, they're hers. She didn't even gotta use them, you know. She could just put them to the side. That's alright, you know, they're yours. I bought them for you. You use them how you want to use them. But, you know, when I think about my mom and the pens that I got her, I kind of like to hope, like, hopefully she's using them for that, because that would be pretty cool. It don't matter. Like I said, like, it's not like, you know, they're yours, you know? They're hers. You use them how you want to use them. But when I gotta rebuy these pens though, then I'm gonna have me a new color. I can't say when that'll be because I think the green is like still pretty filled up, and I kind of want to only have to buy it when I'm, you know, used up everything. So all 4 pens are done with ink. Like the black one was the first one to go. And then red right now. But it'd be pretty cool to implement some, you know, some little magenta or purple. Because imagine if this was, you know, the purple right now. It was a nice purple shade too. It was pretty. And they lasted a pretty good long time too. These pens lasted a while. I just like how consistent they are and good they are. Cause you think about it, bruh, these pens, like pens, are not meant to be used doing the shit that I'm doing. They're not made to be drawing, you know. But I be getting like hella fucking mad when I buy some cheap ass pens, right? Like the little, like the big brand. Man, hold up, man. Watch this shit. Like, bruh, this right here, these ones. When I buy these ones right here, bruh, I'm getting all mad. Watch, this shit don't even fucking work. fuck this shit, bro. I'm gonna throw this shit in the trash. Like those pins, like I was getting hella pissed off when I bought the pack, because it's like a pack of 10 for like $2, and only like 3 of them worked. Alright, cool. Got that line. When I was reading that book about that guy that was 400 pounds, Calvin Noel, a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago or something, I was thinking about it right now, like when he got a phone call, he was in the studio about to record for his album, and he got a phone call from his friend, his mentor, his workout training partner. Was it, fuck, bro, what's the word? Gym trainer. That's not what it is. That's not what they're called, but personal trainer. Saying he don't fuck with him no more or some shit like that. And he was talking about like, is this a sign from God to kind of like just give up and like kind of go home, like say I'm gonna record this album later, record the music later. I guess I was like thinking about that, like in my situation, like I had a lot bothering me before I turned on the camera. And shit, like I was doing this like every day for a good week, and then like 2 days I stopped recording, and then I almost went like another 2 days again, but I went like 1 day without recording. And yeah, like I said, like I want to set that goal of like just coming back tomorrow morning, putting on the camera, and then from there get the day going. But I'm kind of excited to tomorrow. I'm actually really excited about you know, running up the ink on these pens to buy some more. You know, I'm not excited about having to spend the money to buy them, like I said, but it's not like I can't afford it, you know. Just 'cause like I get to have a reason to go out there and, you know, buy some shit, I guess, or, you know, go to Target and fuck around. One thing I've been hoping to do is like fucking run into the homie, 'cause I'll go up in there during the day and I'm feeling all funny and shit. I'm like, oh, I wish this boy turned the corner if I could see me. That'd be the funniest fucking shit ever, bro. 'Cause he wouldn't even be suspecting it. His fucking dumbass be too busy on the job, too busy working his job, too busy doing what he gotta do. You see my funny ass right there. Oh, what you doing? That should be funny as fuck, bro. seeing, like, in one of those books I've been reading, like, it probably was the Calvin Noel Start Somewhere. He's like, in order for things around you to change, you gotta change. And that's what I was thinking about right now. Like, I feel like I've been, taking some good steps recently. Maybe that's why the week was so hard last week. But, you don't stop there, you gotta keep doing it. Because it'd be nice to, make something out of yourself. Everybody wants to, but it's not easy, and nobody knows how difficult it could be, but how good you have to be at, shifting your focus and energies towards different things. Not everything's gonna work out, and that's okay. But you gotta know how to accept that. And there's times that I'm good, times that I'm not. Best advice is just stay busy. Be patient, but you gotta stay busy, You gave your effort, but you can't sit on your ass now. Continue to, and I think that's what, I've been good at changing recently. Because I feel like I used to just draw a lot more. Draw all day, right? And then, like I said, kind of went through those burnouts and shit happens. But not no more, bro. I want to work for this to be a money maker. To be one of them. And I know it could happen if I just keep trying and putting in some effort and adding value to my own work, or my own name, I guess. Alright, this is what we got right here. I appreciate y'all for watching.